before we get into the agenda items, we have someone here with us tonight. Pretty sure he has to go home Matt, don't you have to do home?
I do, but I didn't know if you were talking to me or somebody else.
I am talking to you. You don't want to keep you away from home. You want to come up and talk to us a little bit?
Can get some real away from home like we do.
Matt, I think he has to go warm some water or something.
Good evening, everybody. Hey, Matt. How's everybody doing? Good. Good to see y'all.
Congratulations, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. We've got some, I guess, pleasant news for the city that we want to come out and discuss with you. There are a couple of series of bonds that the city's currently paying a higher than market interest rate on that we can refinance at basically a lower interest rate out there in the market. And when we see opportunities, we want to bring them before you and talk about them and discuss them. The two that we'll show tonight are the 2007s and the 2007 Cs. There may be an opportunity, James, on some of the 06s, but I need to give you just a little bit of information about that before we say anything specifically about the 06s. Just as a reminder, city's bond rating is a AA, and we've used those rates in this analysis. Starting on page 3, you can kind of see what the overall savings are. The 2007 generated savings of about $462,000, almost $463,000. The 2007 Cs generate about $215,000. Total is $678,000 in savings. And so at these levels, we try to be a little bit conservative with this number, just to build some padding in there in case the market moves. Give you all some time to discuss and think about it, but $678,000 is worth a look, and we thought we would bring it before you and discuss it. One thing to note, we're not extending the maturity of the debt. It still pays off on the same schedule. We run these numbers as cash at closing, meaning that we would take a check for the large portion of the savings at closing in the form of a check, and our debt service payments would remain the same. That check would generate about $625,000. The remainder of that $678,000 would be in slight savings every year. It's not a lot, but what we do is we basically reduce as much as we can and generate a check that's sitting there. The proceeds would be taxable, so you can use them however you choose. There aren't a lot of restrictions on it because of the taxable nature. If it was tax exempt, we would have some restrictions for capital, but because they're taxable, you can pretty much use them. At the bottom of page 3, you'll see a little bit of a sensitivity analysis. If rates moved up by 25 basis points, or if they moved down by 0.25%, so the savings could wiggle around, but that's the range that we're talking about, at least depending on what rates do.
Matt, you're saying you would see if you get a check for $600,000 plus, and would the payments stay the same, monthly payments stay the same, or would that go down?
Well, let's look on page 4. The answer to your question is yes, they're slightly lower, with the exception of a couple of years. But if you look on page 4, you can see the savings are generally positive. There's 1 year where it's $1,000 more, just because the cash flows don't really work out on the 2007s. And then on the 2007 Cs, when you combine both of these, you turn out positive. But on the 2007 Cs, there's an additional $14,000 in savings. But we kept your payment as close to where it is now and just generated the money for the city, just because it gives you the maximum flexibility today. Obviously, if you want something else, we can do that. But the last one we did, we generated cash at closing, so we just ran it that way. But if you want to, we can certainly run. So just wanted to kind of put that idea in y'all's heads. I'll get with James and see about the 06s. The 06s can only be partially done, and so we need to get a document from James to run some numbers on that. We looked at that today, and they just popped in the money today, so I haven't had a chance to get that document from James. But that may add another 100,000 or maybe a little bit more than that. So anytime, Councilor Wilson, we can come before you and say, hey, we want to save you $600,000 or $700,000. We feel like
Come
we need
on
to get
down.
up here as soon as we possibly can. So
Come on down.
I thought I would just mention that, but if anybody has any questions, mainly I think we're here tonight just to kind of discuss it. If anybody has any questions, I'll be glad to answer them tonight. But we may look at an action item at some point in time after y'all had a chance to think about it and make sure it's what y'all want to do in the city.
Dan, just real quick, how to refresh my memory, these series or what are the 2007s, what are they?
One of them was for, I believe, water and sewer improvements.
Yeah.
And the 2007 C, I believe, was for the water and sewer piece on the Trinity property. I think they're both water and sewer.
Yeah, C was for the auto mall. No, C was for the Trinity. And then 07, I think, was for a refunding on the auto mall that was
Okay,
done in 07.
that's right. James has got it right ahead. So basically, one is for the Trinity property, one's for the
I have one question.
Sure.
What's Raymond James' fee on the new issues?
I don't have a fee per se yet.
Okay, so you'll tell that.
But
as
we
part of
can get you a full list of fees.
Okay.
I'll just go through and get quotes from everybody like we did last time. Send you the one pager with
Sure.
everything on it.
No work.
We've made an assumption based on everything that was paid on last one. We just recently did the issue for the refunding.
Yeah, I believe it was $650 on that one.
So it's gonna be pretty close to that. Basically, we're just, there might be some savings out there on the rating agencies and things like that.
I just know we always need to check that.
Yeah, absolutely, and we'll get you the one pager on that.
Appreciate it.
Y'all can look over that.
All right, appreciate it.
Anything else? Thank y'all so much. Appreciate it. Good to see y'all.
Good to see you. Can somebody turn the air?
I think it just kicked on.
It did just kick on?
Okay. We'll go right into the agenda items that we have for tonight. Under unfinished business, we have, the first item, be it resolved that resolution 2014 R-115 appropriates funding to Robert Plaza Green Space, the amount not to exceed $12,000. Mr. Green.
I would like to, can I table this? I really thought I would have time to get some prices, but I have not. So could we postpone this?
Okay.
Then I can bring some hard numbers back for, the beautiful things that I want to accomplish.
Is this next meeting? or-
We'll table the next meeting.
Next meeting, thank you. That will give me, some time to. Okay.
All right. Is that it, Council White?
That's.
Item number 2, be it resolved that resolution 2014 R-117, installing street light at Talmadge Lane in front of Robert Plaza Green Space. Are you going to,
Would you like me to speak to you?
it's on you.
I just,
We asked the police to check in on it.
he already has. I'm just fixing to ask you, if you would give me a moment. Chief McIntosh, have you had an opportunity to look at the utility public green space in the middle of the block?
Usually the, public works, we check on the public, we just check on possibility of being a, fairly dark area. Excuse me, the guys are working on it.
It is very dark, midnight dark.
We have one question, Council. This light that we installed. As far as the light.
I'm thinking, a co-graded, kind of shining into the green space to provide light, but it will also provide light with the three houses that are there, because in the middle of the block, it is extremely dark.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chief, thank you, Josh.
Item number 2 on the consent.
I'd like to ask the chief a question. Chief, is this, a light you think that you would recommend to place there for security purposes?
Well, my intro to that there has always been, somebody wants to check it. It's dark. Say it's dark, anytime there's darkness, there's a security question. I can't say, there's not any more areas that might not need it, that is a very dark area.
Okay.
Item number 2 on the consent.
I have a question too, sorry. I was just getting, this is for Ms. Hawkins. What I was gonna say is, can we approve this subject, since we don't have public works, to be the same normal price and no, like, John and H had one that was gonna cost a good bit extra, so we pulled them back while James got the amounts. And the normal we pay is about $10, and that assumes that we, have a pole that we can put it on. So can we pass it assuming that it's the normal monthly fee and that there is a pole available on which to put it?
There is a pole available, but that's a good point. I think that Alabama Power may need to come out and make sure that
Yeah,
it's
if it's,
suitable.
yeah, if it's the regular price, I have no problem with it whatsoever. I just,
Who would do that, Bobby Joe?
Well, what you can do, you can, if you pass it tonight, then I can go ahead and send the minutes to Tracy. Tracy can then forward the minutes to the engineers at Alabama Power. Then they will come out and look at the pole and determine what's gonna be the facility cost to go along with the installation of the light. And if it comes back and they say it's gonna be, say, $30 a month to install it and $10 for the light, then I'll bring it, we can come back to the council and say, hey, it's not gonna cost the $10 a month, but it's gonna be a facility charge to it. Or what we've started to do as well is go ahead and get what the cost would be to pay up front instead of paying on a monthly basis. So we can do it that way if you all would like to.
James, this is kind of a peculiar situation. It is in the middle of the block, and it really doesn't have an address. So how do we get Alabama Power? I mean, I'd be glad to meet them and show them.
What they usually do is that once the minutes go to Public Works and Tracy sends that to Alabama Power, then Alabama Power will meet Joe out at the pole.
Okay, so Joe knows where
And
it is.
then Joe will
Yes.
go through the process with them, and then that's when they will send back a quote to them to let them know that, hey, it's just gonna be standard charge, or if there's gonna be another charge that will be attached to it, the installation of the light.
Because this is not your normal, it's a utility pole that has lines to it, but to me it looks a little small. So yes, we need to get that judgment.
And public's had numbers on it, just like you got an address. If you can get that number, they'll know where it's at.
Oh, well, I sure can. I will do that.
Number off the-
Yeah, it's got a little silver thing on the pole that tells you exactly what pole number it is.
Council White, what is your pleasure? How do you want this?
I want it handled in the most expeditious way we can do it.
We can go ahead and approve it, and like
Okay.
James just mentioned, he will go ahead and do the background check.
And I will get the numbers, I will do the groundwork, I will meet Alabama Power out there if they need
You
me.
said Terry, what?
Tracy. Tracy gets it, she sends it to Alabama Power, then Alabama Power comes out and meets Joe.
Okay, item number 2 on consent.
based on those
Based on-
circumstances, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Under new business, item number 1, consider resolution 2014-129.
It goes with the public hearing.
It does, okay. Item number 2, consider resolution 2014-R-130, authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement with Full Stop Foundation to organize and promote Full Stop Festival Saturday, September 27, 2014.
Did I have a question?
Yes, Council White.
For number 2, for September the 27th, do we need to put the hours on there that we will make available to the Whistle Stop Foundation the use of our city and the property, do the hours need to be on here?
I believe it's.
I think the hours are stated in, I think, the second
It is in the
paragraph of
contract, but I didn't know if
the
it needed to
agreement.
be on the official agenda.
You know, if it's in the agreement will
Okay.
take precedence on this.
Thank you.
Set from
Explanation
7
rather
a.m.
than
to
to
6
resolution.
p.m. Central Standard Time.
Okay, thank you. 7 a.m. to 6
7 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Any questions? Any questions on item number 2? Is everyone aware of the agreement? Did you get a copy of it? Did you mail it?
Yeah.
Just want to make everyone aware that, in the agreement of the property that will be returned to the city, just know that, the Woodstock Foundation did not make any financial records available to the city once we bring to this agreement. So just as a reminder.
That is,
I can't hear you. Can you speak into the microphone, please?
Thank you.
Say that again?
But anyway, we,
That's not in the microphone.
just,
We can't hear you.
just so we will, just so
I know.
just so we'll know what's in the agreement.
Thank you.
If you had any questions about it. Any other questions under item number 2?
Well, I found that very disturbing, is
Item-
that,
Item number 2 under consent?
Yes.
No.
No. Item number 3, be it resolved that resolution 2014 R131 selects Colin C. Gatley Jr. to serve on the ZBA, Zoning Board of Adjustments.
See here tonight.
Yes,
He's here
Mr.
with us
Gatley.
tonight. If you, Mr. Collins, if you would come to the front, if you, Mr. Childress, who's on the zoning board of adjustments, submitted Mr. Collins' resume maybe about a month ago. And so they are short on members, and we just wanted to go ahead and see if we could expedite the process. I think everybody received a copy of his resume. He's more than qualified to serve on that board. But if you all have any questions that you all like to ask him, you feel free to be able to do it at this time.
I read the resume, it's very impressive. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I did read the resume, I must say, to my disadvantage. I didn't have time to look at it. As far as your address, or what's your address again?
Second Street is Craig, 3580, Bernie Divide.
Oh, okay, you live in Craig's issue. Okay. I haven't had time to review the information that I got. When is the next ZBA meeting?
The September 9th. If I may, Mr. Chairman, that board is made up of 7 people. I have 4 members, and the code, it says that's my quorum. I have to have 4 positive votes. I don't get 3 out of 4. So fortunately, we do have a good board that should do the same thing.
Yeah.
But we've had 3 vacancies for quite a while now on the ZBA board. So we're going to need at least 2 more members
2 more?
also. Yes.
Okay, this is my first time hearing about it, as far as the number of members that we're gonna need, additional members that we're gonna need on the board.
James, they've been trying to